Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. My wife loves spaghetti, so spaghetti has become part of my regular rotation in our meals. So I developed a spaghetti template, and I want it to be practical, efficient, as well as fun to make. So I apply my fast cooking system to spaghetti, which include flavor chasing, advanced prepping, stir frying, and template-based cooking. Again, this video is part of my anytime video sequence. I would like to demonstrate to you a particular template for a certain group of dishes. And I want to take this opportunity to break down the template into individual steps and explain to you why I make certain decisions in making this dish. So I'm going to do the same with this spaghetti dinner, which I made last night. I'm going to show you how I accomplished this meal from scratch in less than 30 minutes. I'm going to cook this dish in the wok. At the same time, in addition to consider the flavor of the dish, I also take into consideration the nutritional value of the dish. Although in the past videos, I have not discussed the cost of the ingredients to make those dishes, but it is always on my mind. I always try to be as economical as possible, but at the same time to achieve the quality of the ingredients that I am looking for. I'm going to start out to boil some water in my Cucina 14-inch stainless steel wok to cook some tricolor rotini. I'm going to use the entire package, which costs $1.05. Here, let me briefly explain to you why I make my pasta in the stainless steel wok. The primary reason is that it is really convenient to make pasta in a stainless steel wok because it has a large opening. And it has a large capacity, so it can accommodate quite a bit of pasta. At the same time, it's easy for you to stir them. In the past, most people do not consider using a wok to make pastas. Mainly because if you have a wok that are made out of carbon steel, cast iron, or light cast iron, you will not want to boil water in them. Because when you boil water in them, it will strip off their seasoning, and the end result is that they're going to rust readily. And to prevent them from rusting, you either have to season again, such using as my spot seasoning method, or you coat them with a thin layer of cooking oil. And with stainless steel wok, you don't have to worry about this at all because it's not going to rust. And that's the reason I choose stainless steel wok, because of this flexibility. And then next time when I'm ready to use the wok, I use my spot seasoning method to create a non-stick cook surface. And because of this reason, it makes the stainless steel wok far more versatile than the wok that I make up of either carbon steel, cast iron, or light cast iron. Because the stainless steel wok is capable to carry out multiple cooking functions, so it is possible for you to have your stainless steel wok as your only cooking utensil in your kitchen. In fact, that's exactly what I am doing. I use my stainless steel wok for almost 99% of all my cooking tasks. In the past, I used to use a pot to boil spaghetti pasta noodles, and quite often the water is going to boil over. And one great thing about cooking pasta noodles in the wok is that this does not happen. So now the rotini is done. It took about 6 to 7 minutes, and I transferred them to a colander that has been filled with cold water. I drained the water, and now the pasta is ready. For the spaghetti sauce, I'm going to use 1 can, which is a 28-ounce capacity of crushed tomatoes. First of all, this is probably the most economic way to make the spaghetti sauce. And nutritionally, it is also as close to fresh tomato as possible. Other than the tomatoes, this can has very little of added ingredients. I would definitely classify these crushed tomatoes as a minimally processed food. The thing that I'm looking for is that it is low in sugar as well as in salt, as indicated in this nutritional fact label. In the past, when I make spaghetti sauce, I will use a combination of diced tomatoes, and then I will add tomato sauce, and quite often I also add tomato paste. And now I find that by using this crushed tomato, it comes with a 28-ounce size, and the consistency is perfect for a spaghetti sauce. And you definitely cannot beat the price. To provide the substance for the spaghetti sauce, I use two ingredients. First is cauliflower. Here is the stem of the cauliflower after you remove the floret. I usually do not keep them, but now I keep them, and then I will dice them up, and which is perfect for use in the spaghetti sauce. So if I'm going to save the stem, why not save the leaf as well? So I chop up the leaves. Together, I find them to be actually a perfect filler for the spaghetti sauce. And furthermore, they cost nothing, because this is something that I used to throw away. The last thing that I put in is something known as beefless crumbles. They are highly processed soybean products that intend to make them taste like meat. I included this because one member of my family loved the spaghetti sauce with meat. So I am trying this out. Unfortunately, they are quite expensive. This 10-ounce package costs about $4. However, I'm going to use only about 3 ounces. After using the wok to boil the pasta, now I'm ready to use the wok to cook the spaghetti sauce. And this is what I really love about my Cuisina 14-inch stainless steel wok because of its versatility. This, my friend Eugene will call it a one-wok meal. I'm going to use about 1.5 tablespoons of canola oil to cook this dish. After heating up the oil, I add 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. The oil is very hot and the garlic is going to burn very rapidly, so I need to add the other ingredients, which is the cauliflower stem and leaves, almost immediately. Now this is the beauty of cooking this dish in the wok, because now I can stir fry the cauliflower leaf and stem with the garlic to give it great flavor. This is a demonstration of the application of stir frying could be for any type of cuisines. And it is not limited to Chinese or Asian cuisines. I stir fried the garlic and the broccoli stems and leaves for about probably 40 to 60 seconds. This will allow the Maillard reaction to take place in creating flavor molecules on the surface of the food ingredients. I was able to cook this dish quickly with efficiency because the broccoli stem and the leaves has already been prepped. And all I need to do is locate them in the refrigerator and I am ready to cook. And next, I'm going to season the dish with the seasoning agent from my masala dabur. I'm going to use 1 teaspoon of mushroom seasoning, half teaspoon of lemon pepper, half teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of minced onion flakes, and 1/4 teaspoon of paprika. At this point, I also add 3 ounces of that meatless crumble. In this case, all I need to do is to heat it up to the temperature of the remaining food ingredients because it is already cooked. Also, you notice that as soon as I add that meatless crumble, it starts to stick to the bottom of the wok. This has been my experience in the past. So I took out my water bottle and I squeezed water directly over the burn area and used the wok spatula to scrape them off. This is my spot cleaning method in action because I realized that if I don't do it, this might get worse. And if I clean them right now, I don't have to clean them later on. As you can see here, the spot cleaning method did a really good job. Next, I added 1 teaspoon of hot chili pepper flakes. This will make the spaghetti sauce slightly hot and make it more interesting to taste. At this point, I add an entire can of the crushed tomatoes. I find this to be perfect for making spaghetti sauce because the consistency is just right. And it is also easier if I use separately with the diced tomato, the spaghetti sauce, and spaghetti paste. And by this point, the spaghetti sauce is almost done. All I need to do is to heat it up to the temperature for serving. And the last but not the least in finishing up this dish is to add some Italian seasonings. Since my wife is the connoisseur for spaghetti sauce, I'm going to let her to take the honor in adjusting the seasoning by adding whatever amount of Italian seasoning that she would like to. As you can see here, she was quite generous with her addition. Now I have turned the stove to low. I'm going to let the sauce to simmer for about 5 minutes with continuing stirring. At the same time, I add a little bit more water to adjust the consistency of the sauce. I also did a final taste test. I like my spaghetti sauce to be a little bit on the sweet side, so I add about 2 tablespoons of sugar. This is followed by a small pinch of salt. In a few quick stir, the dish is ready to be served. You might already have a way how you normally make your spaghetti sauce, but this video demonstrates the flexibility as well as the versatility in particularly of a stainless steel wok. People often ask me why I recommend stainless steel wok, and also why this particular wok. Now at first I want to say that I have nothing to do with the manufacturer. I do this because I truly find this wok probably is the most flexible and serviceable cooking utensil that you can ever have in your kitchen. A stainless steel wok has become more popular and there are several other options on the market. And they all work very well, and the reason I prefer this one is because of its weight. It is probably the lightest 14-inch wok that you can buy. And for me, because of its lightness, it makes it more flexible and easy to move around. And of course, another advantage of stainless steel is that it will not rust. For example, you will not cook this dish in a carbon steel or at cast iron or light cast iron wok because the acid will remove the seasoning. If you don't reseason or oil the wok before you store them, they will rust. This video is another demonstration of how my fast cooking system can make home cooking as part of your daily routine. If you want to learn more about my fast cooking system as well as adopting it, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So keep on cooking. I will see you tomorrow.